What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Mailman came yesterday, and with the mailman came a package, and this package happens to be a cold steel package, which automatically you know I'm into because I love me some cold steel. But here's what makes this package even better. This was a gift, right? This one came to me and I didn't know what was coming. I just heard the man say, "Hey Donnie B all day, you got something coming in the mail." And I said, "Damn, Cowboy C-Bop." That's right. If you haven't looked at him, look at him. He's doing a free knife giveaway for Thanksgiving. So check out my man Cowboy C-Bop if you haven't already. But Cowboy C-Bop said, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I sent you something. I hope you like it." Of course I do. He sent me cold steel. So the Canadian belt knife, right? Now this isn't one of their crazy, you know, $900 katanas. This is a usable, everyday hunting knife, right? A Skinner. And it's got like a you know, roach belly style to it, and I have been thinking about picking one up for quite a while, and I just hadn't gotten to it. And then I opened the mail and I say, "You got to be kidding me. I was actually going to pick one of these up." And the best part about it is right now I believe on their site, and I think I looked, they are on sale. So if you guys watch this video and this knife turns out to be as good as I think it's going to be, because who makes it, they're on sale from $19.99 to $12.99. And the best part about buying them from Cold Steel is you know you're getting a Cold Steel product. So let's go over this. The steel is 4116 stainless, which everybody knows is German stainless. Same stuff that people like Hen and Rooster have been using for about 1 billion years. This one, they do, I have it right here, it's Sub-Zero quenched German 4116 stainless steel. It is a hollow grind because it's a Skinner and it's made to cut. It's not made to hack away. Obviously, looking at the size, you can see that. Let's see. Oh, the handle. Did I just say handle? The handle. Come on over. We'll have some coffee at the handle place. All right, so so the handle is polypropylene, which is pretty much indestructible. You do have a lanyard hole. It is contoured well. Now the one drawback on the handle is it's a little slick, but over time, especially when you're using it and you're using it for what it's made for, especially if you're doing some skinning, you're going to get this thing all slobby, nasty, gross, and gritty. And eventually this thing is going to wear in, not wear out. It's going to wear in, and the handle will get even more comfortable as time goes. One cool thing they do, knowing that it's a Skinner, is you see these triangular cuts right here. Triangular, it's a beautiful word. That's really good ambidextrous wise for putting a thumb on top. You do have a jimped spine right here for that thumb raise. They don't jimp the front of the spine because you just don't need to. But right here you have a nice comfortable jimping, and that creates a great hold. And again, your triangular cutouts right here holds that finger in a like a perfect fit. You also have a little baby ricasso right here that turns in, and it's another great finger grab for when you are pinching up on the blade. So let's go over some specs here. Specs. We already know it's German 4116 cryo quenched. Let's see. Overall, we are looking at 8.5 inches. We have a 4-inch blade length. It is 2.5 millimeters thick. It is crazy light at 2.2 ounces. And and the sheath is the typical Cold Steel Secure X, which works really well. You can hear it click in there, and it is going nowhere. So all in all, it's a tight, nice, tight, small package. This thing is so lightweight that half the time you're gonna, you know, it's like when you put your glasses on your head and you're going, "Oh crap, where'd I put my glasses?" No, it's like one of those things, man. You're gonna be wearing this thing and not even realize it's there. Can you use a knife like this as an everyday carry? Absolutely. Depending on what your everyday carry needs are. You need to shave your arm, yeah. But let's say you're doing, you're cutting open boxes at work, things like that. And you need a really sharp, thin blade to be able to get through all that stuff, especially when you're cutting long ways through the tops of cardboard. or if you're cutting the straps off the cardboard, things like that. This could definitely be used as an everyday carry for that kind of stuff. You know, you want to open up a package of hot dogs at home, or you know what I mean, a pepperoni stick, it doesn't matter, you could slice and dice. But that's just a couple of things. I mean, this thing is it's so sharp, and it's so perfectly built in the hand for that cut angle, right? So when I put, you see it's got this goofy shape right to it, but when I put my finger here, my thumb here, that becomes a crazy straight cut. Straight, 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 straight. If the blade was not bent backwards and was straight this way, then when I cut, my blade would be like this naturally. If I held my hand straight, my hand right here is straight, and look at the edge, right? Now you remember, it's bent up, but when you grab it, it's straight. A traditional blade would be at this angle if I held my hand straight. So it just wants to operate the way your hand needs to operate. Let's close this. I don't need any of that information anymore. And that's a really good thing. A lot of people don't realize how good that is. Now, it is going to be oiled up when you buy it, because Cold Steel does a great job of protecting their knives. And even though this is a 4116 and it is pretty well rust resisted, naturally they still throw some oil on there to keep it right. When I'm done with it, I'll spray it down with some Hops gun oil and all will be good. Let's check out this edge now. La 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 la. Oh, shave sharp. Oh, shave sharp. Oh, I got a whole bunch of them here. Oh, I just lost a bunch of them here, but the rest are still stuck to the oil. So luckily, if I pull that off, oh, and if I can, you can see the hairs there. They're all like clumped together from the oil. I'm trying to show you here, but I don't really have a good backstop. Well, you know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. So you can see they're all kind of clumped together in a roll, going up and down my thumb. But this little bald spot on my hand is my arm is a pretty good indicator that this is sharp. This is sharp, says the tow truck mater. All right, so I say we test this thing out. Now we're going to be limited in our testing as far as what we're going to do, because it's a straight up skinner. So if you have nothing to straight up skin, there's a lot of things you can't show on this, but we are going to do a few things. A couple things we'll be able to do right inside the house. So hold on there. All right, I gathered up some stuff. This was already here. I don't know why I just didn't use this first of all. So this is cardboard, right? It's not a little piece of paper. It's cardboard, nice and thick, nice and strong, nice and cut all day long. So, I mean, cutting cardboard is not a difficult task, but if cutting cardboard is something that you need a knife for, and you need one that cuts it cleanly and quickly, then this is a good blade. Speaking of good, really sharp Cold Steel blades, I happen to have my Finwolf sitting there. I love this knife, as you can see by the wear on it. I use it a ton, especially since it's already sitting out here right in the living room, because I was using it recently. What am I carrying today? Let's do a little investigation here. Oh yeah, that's right. Just dropped the laptop. So, Essie Avispa in my pocket. Gotta love the Essies, but right now we're talking about this. So this is what we did. We got some cardboard. We cut that. I got some fat wood, right? And so what we're going to do is we're just going to skin a little bit of, I'm not even getting into there. Okay, let's try that. Cut up some fat wood. And what I want to do is just make some little kindling here. And most of it's all falling down, but you can see how tight we're making it. I'll just pick up a few of the pieces and show you here. It's all tight little curls, and that's what I'm doing. Now remember, this is a skinner, and it is made to skin, not to chop up some hard woods. So let's see. Let's see here. Man. So it's pretty simple to get a bunch of little curlies. So what I'm going to do is break all these off and put them in a little pile here. And I'm going to have all my little fat wood pile together. And I'm going to continue to make a bigger pile of this, and then I'll show you what we're going to use it for. Hold on. Okie dokie. So I shaved myself up. Let's see if I can get that in there. A nice little pile of fat wood shavings, and I feathered up a little fat wood stick. So this in no way, shape, or form is made for this. However, when you got a guy named Donnie B all day, let's see if we can't get some scrapings first. There's always a way to make that happen. So we are going to use this skinning knife on this ferro rod to make some spark here. Now the spine is 90, and if I really wanted, I can actually flip it to beyond the ricasso and send spark that way. Ooh. And just like that, I have fire, and I have you guys upside down, and I need to get my fire over to the fire pit because I lit it. Let's see, I'm making fires inside the house. Nobody likes to see that, but you can see over there. Well, some things I don't think out completely. I lit that on the table, and it went up so fast because of that fat wood that I didn't have time to take it off of the table, and it burned straight through because I was using thin paper. All right, so let's clean off some of the garbage off the blade. It's good to have that cardboard. That fat wood left a little little sappy stuff on there, but you can see that after using that blade, there is no edge damage even down here where I was striking the ferro rod. Nothing. Ferro rod, cold steel Canadian belt knife. If you are in a pinch, if you have an emergency, if you need a fire, bam. I mean, a lot of people can say it's true, but not everybody can prove it. And I just took this and feather sticked with it and then used it against a ferro rod to start a fire. If I was in the woods and this was my only blade, this is the only thing I had with me, can I survive? Yep, I can definitely survive. Let's keep going. All right, let's use this thing for more what it's made for. And I just cleaned the blade, got all the stuff off. You see any damage there? Me neither. Me neither. Still looks great. So got a big old pepperoni stick here. So let's take the pepperoni stick and we're going to use tip end first, right? Got to get that glare out of there. And we're going to push down this way with the tip. And that's all it takes is one little tiny push, and that's pretty simple. So now you got to remember that pepperoni has a skin on it, right? So what we want to do is we want to open up this skin, and now we're going to, this is where we use our nice ricasso and our thumb, right? And we are going to just skin this pepperoni stick, and we're going to make it so nice. So nice. So you got that. I mean, remember, pepperoni, it's meat, right? So I mean, if you're catching yourself a nice quail, shooting a quail or catching a fish or something like that, and you need to de-skin or de-scale or de-feather, anything you have to use with a D, you can use with this. So all you prostitutes, you should be pretty happy because you always get the D. So what we're going to do is we're just going to finish this right here, and I'm at the end, and look at this. I have a nice perfect pepperoni. I have a nice perfect pepperoni skin, and now it comes down to, well, what do you do with it? Pepperoni. What do you think you do it? So Now let's take this. Same technique. We're going to go from the tip down. 1, 2, 3. In case you guys are having trouble counting, I'll do it for you. Get that one out of the way. And 4. Nice thin pepperoni medallions. So anything you need to slice and dice food wise, you can use with this knife. I should probably give 2 to the dogs. Yeah, they're not pissed about that. Alright, so what do we know about this knife so far? Once I put away a pepperoni. That's some good pepperoni. What do we know about this knife so far? It does exactly what it's made to do. And it does exactly what it's not made to do. It's cold steel. Let's keep cold steeling it. Okay, so I haven't grabbed my tripod yet. It's in the car. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a bottle slice. And I'm going to try to hold you for the bottle slice. And my body's going to move with me because, you know, I'm really good at swinging. And that's proper swing. So if I lose you, I lose you. If not, I don't. And that was pretty good. That was pretty good. The only reason the top didn't fall off is because I didn't hit the whole thing. But you can see that it opened right up. It went right through. Now we're going to go over here, throw this away like good boys and girls in the recycling bin, because that's where that goes. Hello, birds. All the birds hanging out. I got the dogs running around. I got the Jeep paint job almost done. So let's go over to the old stump and see what we can't do with this thing over here. Scratch that. So before we go to the stump, let's do this. Oh, let's put you guys down right there. Nice angle. Maybe you could see up my nose. That's got to be fun for you. All right, so nylon rope. I'm going to put it down on this board so I have something to push it on. And what I want to do is slip off, because I didn't think that through. Man, I got a lot of that going on today. All right, so I'm actually gonna have to hold the board this time, and nylon rope, no problem. Let's do a holding cut here. Oh, I slipped right off of that. No problem. So far it's doing everything it's supposed to do, and a whole bunch of things it's not supposed to do. Or it's not that it's not supposed to, it's just not made for. So this Canadian belt knife is turning out to be a winner chicken dinner. Now I can't see if the stump is in because I'm getting a huge glare, but we're going to do a 4-foot drop. Boop. And I think that's in there. Let me see if my hand, yeah, I got my hand in there. Okay. So that was dead straight. That one, the wind picked up just as I let it go. There we go, dead straight. So 4-foot drops. Let's do a couple hard downward throws. Woo, that hit solid. That hit pretty solid. And basically what we want to check on a hard downward throw is any tip folding, tip damage, and scale loosening. But you're not going to have scale loosening with this. So that's something we don't have to worry about. Is there any tip damage, any folding, any marring? No. Everything is A-OK. All right, so there was something I wanted to do because we have a skinner. Even though I showed you already on the pepperoni. Well, what if you have a hide that's harder than pepperoni skin? And maybe it's been, you know, you shot it, you couldn't find it overnight, it's freezing winter, and you went out the next day looking for your haul, and lo and behold, you find it. Let's probably get a good shot of my freaking shirt. All right, so I'm going to say so 3 more times until I can get this thing to stand up, because I left my tripod out. Okay, so here we go. We've got a soccer ball, we've got a skinning knife, and we've got the ability to open it straight up. Frozen hard victory. It wasn't even in there. Dogs are over there wrestling. All right, so that leaves just one more thing, really. Where do we want to do this one more thing? I guess we can do it right over here. You know, I got so many options nowadays on where to do my one last thing. So, we have a stump. We have a knife not made to throw into stumps. It's kind of windy, so I don't know because it's so light. I mean, it's windy. It's pretty windy. So let's see if we can get it. Oh, that was close. That was close. All right, let's try this again. A couple of misses aren't so bad in a knife review because it tells the possible buyers how strong this thing is. Oh, man. You know, the problem is the stump is on the ground and the angle is way off because it's flat on the ground and I'm way above the ground. So trying to throw this down into it is kind of tough, but oh, it's right there. It's right freaking there. All right, let's try that again. So what I'm finding out is throwing it down, it's going tip down and then it's hitting and just rolling up. So I'm going to try it from the handle. See if I can't get a good roll on it. I need to find a better angle. Guys, it's not every day I give you a failed test. Let me try to squat down and get more on its level. There we go. There we go. That's the problem. The thing is here, I'm way up here, so I'm throwing at an angle going this way. As soon as I lowered myself to where I can have a straight target, bada boom, bada bang. So, this is the Cold Steel Canadian belt knife. Now, this is considered consumer quality, which means this is a basic knife. So if you're buying this thinking you're getting the Natchez Bowie, you know what I mean? Don't oversell yourself there. What you're getting is a knife that is kind of a do-all, right? And it's something that's gonna last you. It's something that's gonna work. It's gonna do the job no matter what. This is a good little knife. Cowboy C-Bop. Man, I'm glad I keep sending you gifts because this exchange is pretty happy. I am digging it. This is a good one. So this knife is surprising. It does a lot more than, you know, you're told it's gonna do. And it's just a better knife than expected. So, I mean, what's it good for? I mean, a lot of things. A lot of things. Can you skim with it? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's what it's made for. It'll do the job plus some. You're in a pinch and you need to light a fire? Absolutely. It'll do the job plus some. You got a pepperoni stick? Abso-freaking-lutely. I love pepperoni sticks. So, Canadian belt knife. Belt knife. Ooh. Canadian belt knife. Is it absolutely worth the $20 that they have on the website? And you can get it a lot cheaper than 20 bucks. That's the best thing. I think Cowboy C-Bop paid more in shipping. I mean, that dude sent me a blade and he put all the money into shipping it. Crazy, dude. So, is it worth it? Is this knife worth that money? Absolutely. This thing is fantastic. We'll have to see how it stacks up against the Western, the Cross Trail. I think I like this one better, even though the Western Cross Trail has better grip in my opinion. I would love to see how they match up. It's the same kind of knife, so we'll have to do that one of these days. But until then, I'm going to be pretty happy with this thing right here, and I think this might be a handy knife to keep around the grill even. You know what I mean? To check on them steaks and to cut things up while I'm cooking. This is something that's going to be able to, it just goes through meat like crazy. So, that's it. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm stoked. Cowboy C-Bop, you done me well, man. I will be talking to you soon. Thank you, my good friend. And YouTube, we got a good one here. We got a good one, and I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife. Remember that time I pressed stop and the video kept rolling, and you guys are like, what's going on? Didn't he just say until next knife? And that usually means it's the end. All right, well, now it's the end.